This is actual footage of Cagnus, son of Marl, coming to terms with the absolute brilliancy landed on him by Vlad the Implier, current world champion and all-round bad guy. Now this was played in Cheating Tuesday, as Mr. Kramnik likes to call it, the greatest online chess cheating event in all of the chess universe, and Magnus, with the black pieces, crashes and burns in 19 moves here. Very interesting game. Let's dive right in. Kramnik opens with pawn to e4, best by test, and Magnus, with all the disrespect in the world, plays pawn to a6. And for bonus points, can you tell me the link between this move, this guy in a bed playing some chess, and this guy going for a dip in the frozen Russian winter lakes? Rumour has it he sometimes even likes to go for the old skinny dip. Well done if you can. Now we see pawn to d4, taking the center, classic Russian school of chess. And Magnus, he just doesn't care. He goes pawn to c, ships. What a disgusting opening. Kramnik carries on, developing some pieces. This is what we're all playing, hoping for here. Pieces, can't get my words out. Knight f3, g6. We'd love to have seen that great snake variation, but not played. Now Magnus fights for the center here. We get the advance, and suddenly, after this and this, the game looks a little bit normal again. Bit like a Caro-Kann advanced variation. So Kramnik sets up the old Connect 4, unlocks himself a bowling lesson with Gukesh. What a lucky guy. And now after knight c6, we don't see knight f3, we see knight e2. Why? Well, after c takes, this is the big point. With that knight on f3, black gets to chop. You can achieve e6 and the kind of harmonious development you're looking for, giving this knight up for bishop as well. Pressures the center, things like this later on. So instead, f3 is now possible because Kramnik didn't put the knight there. The bishop drops back, it's spinning round, then e6 is on the way, so Kramnik's like, no way, Jose. Interrupts it with this pawn to e6 thrust, and the game sharpens up already because Magnus captures towards the center, saddling himself with those double e's, and queen b3 is actually best here. Vladimir plays the very natural knight b to c3, but it allows Magnus to immediately go e5 and upon captures e6. That wasn't a possible plan when the queen sits here, pressuring the center, pressuring b7. But Magnus misses it. He develops the knight first. Actually, that one would have sat better on e7, maybe rotating here in future, something like that. But now after castles, he does find the idea, but this time it's not the correct timing of it at all. The retreating bishop f7 was better, because this time, after takes, hitting the knight there, you're forced to recapture like this, and you're opening the e-file for the enemy rook to attack. This is the big difference. Now bishop f5 is already a strong move, making e6 really annoying, but Kramnik misses it. He hops forward with this one, hits Magnus's bishop, which now saves itself. Suddenly black is marginally better here according to Stockzilla, but we crack on with the game. Watch Chewbacca's favourite move, the Wookiee one, thanks to the commenter who left me that one yesterday. And now after queen d6, covering the knight, queen a4 check, Magnus goes wrong here. What should he play?
Mushrooms.
Well, he needs to cover the king with one of these knights hop into the d7 square. But he goes to the c6 square. What's the big difference here? Well, now there are new tactical shots in the air, and it starts with knight to b5.
Pooh, what a move. What a move.
Excellent move, hitting the queen, and you can't take with the a-pawn or the rook in the corner drops here. So Magnus now retreats the queen, of course, but he doesn't do it to the right square. He should go queen d8. It's the top move. Then you can carry on with knight d4, pressuring here, and it all carries on, right? You know, if this, then this, then this, there's still tons of pressure dropping off the board. There are various lines, but white's a lot better. But okay, Magnus didn't go to d8. He went to d7. Really natural move, you know, covering these really important squares, and c6 as well, critically, but he's completely missed the shot. Kramnik now finds a brilliancy. This is move 17. Magnus only lasts 2 more moves. Well done if you can see this move. He plays bishop to f5.
Very often one move is enough indicator. It's just like impossible. One move, clear indicator to me. It wouldn't even like cross remotely my mind. Even in classical game, I'm not sure. In Blitz, no chance at all. So everything is very clear to me about this game.
What an absolute smack bang wallop on Magnus's head. And here's the point. Magnus takes, you can retreat, but then okay, white's still doing really well with knight d4. All the pressure discussed before. These ones are horrible, but Magnus does take the piece. Offered, what's the tactical follow-up? Can you see it? The e-file's open. Of course, he hops like this, and of course Magnus just can't get out the forking way. Yes, he can now move the king, but the queen drops off the board. Move 19, Magnus Carlsen resigns the game to Vladimir Kramnik, who then put this post on X. Don't troll me, Magnus, with your A6 stuff. And here's the best part. Kramnik, so impressed with his own performance that fair play to him, he realises this is otherworldly, does the procedure on himself.
And trust me, it's an absolute banger. It's a game changer.
Mushrooms.
Banger.
Mushrooms.
Banger.
Procedure,
Mushrooms. Banger.
lock. This is first what I do.